as you look, you're a first-time CEO. You've got a smart track record. Is it, a lot of times they say we invest in the team first, the idea second, and the business opportunity third. What was your experience, and what experience would you pass on to people who are, who are sitting there saying, well, I got a good idea. What do I do next?
Yeah. So, that's a tough question, right? So I can tell you a little bit about the Argyle story, and maybe there are some lessons to be learned there. I will tell you that all of these insights come from hindsight. When Adam and I were getting started, we were just running forward as fast as we can. And when you look back, it's like, oh, I can kind of see how it worked now. But as I said earlier, Adam and I both worked in online marketing for a long time before we started Argyle. And so when we would talk to prospective investors and talk about what we were building, it was a natural next step for us as, for our career. Two guys that have been working in online marketing are talking about starting an online marketing startup. If I had tried to raise money around a clean energy startup, it would have never happened.
Got it.
I could not have told that story. So, I guess if you find yourself sitting around with an idea, and that idea, or maybe even just an itch, aligns with something that you've done for the past 5 or 10 years of your career, then that's good. Like, that kind of momentum is what it takes to have credibility in fundraising conversations. The other piece that I will say was a little bit intentional. We had 6 investors in our seed round. 5 of those investors I had known for well over a year.
Okay.
Before they knew that I was trying to start a company before I'd even started a company. And I was very purposeful in that regard, especially with Lister Delgado at Idea Fund.
Right.
I met him when I was in grad school. And when, and I would kind of fabricate reasons to interact with him or check in with him. And when we started getting some traction around this idea with Argyle, when I reached out to Lister, he had already known me for 18 months. And the best analogy I've heard about fundraising is from Mark Suster, who is a VC for a firm in California. I've never met him, but I read his blog. But he talks about investors investing in lines, not dots. Basically meaning that investors want to get to know a company or a leader over time. And, my experience raising money for Argyle is exactly that, because, all of our investors had known us for a while. When we did our second financing, Greg Cangelosi, the CEO of what was once Blue Sky Factory, participated in the round, and he was actually one of our first customers. So again, he had known us for about a year, like in detail,
right,
in terms of our product. And so when it came time to ask him for money, he was like, "Heck yeah, I love you guys." And so we, been really lucky in that regard, just to develop a lot of great relationships.